Black people didn't just lose land. It was taken from us. Deliberately, systematically, globally. Let's rewind the clock. In Africa, colonial powers carved up the continent like a pie at the Berlin Conference in 1884. No African present, no African voice. They declared, this is British territory. That's French territory. This is Belgian territory. Never mind the kingdoms, communities, and cultures already thriving in it. By the early 1900s, Europe controlled over 90% of Africa's landmass. And no, they didn't just control it. They extracted rubber, gold, coffee, diamonds. They built railways, not for Africans, no, don't get that twisted, but to transport resources to ships bound for Europe. And when independence finally came, the land stayed locked in the hands of white settlers, multinational corporations, and political elites. Liberation didn't mean land. In the US, after emancipation, formerly enslaved Black people were promised 40 acres and a mule. Heard of that? Well, that promise was snatched away. Still, by 1910, Black Americans had acquired more than 14 million acres of farmland, mostly in the South. But then came Jim Crow, violent white mobs, laws that made it nearly impossible to access loans or legal protections. Today, Black farmers own less than 1% of U.S. farmland. In Latin America and the Caribbean, after slavery was abolished, formerly enslaved Africans weren't given land or compensation. Instead, they were often pushed off the very plantations that they built, forced to rent, squat, or become sharecroppers on land that they once worked for free. To this day, more than 70% of arable land in many Caribbean nations is owned by a small minority, often foreign or white descended elites. The heart of the matter, the story is the same everywhere you go. Colonization, displacement, extraction. Land became concentrated in the hands of colonial elites. And even after independence, most nations lacked the political or financial capital to truly redistribute land equitably. From South Africa to Georgia, from Jamaica to Colombia, Black people are fighting to reclaim land that was stolen, withheld, or quietly stripped away. And this fight, no, it's not just about acres and deeds. It's about memory. It's about power. It's about the right to exist fully, freely, and with dignity on the land that your ancestors bled on. The next time a government claims to care about equity, ask them, who owns the land? And the next time you hear someone say Black wealth matters, make sure they understand. It starts with land.